it's part of the hypnosis or something.
And in the silence, there's a presence, you know. I mean, you can see even in Jimi Hendrix while he's playing, he's looking over at Noel Redding, and he's like, and you can see he's drowning or something.
Yeah.
His mind is like, I mean, he's not even there, you know. You see him when he walks up to the microphone in one concert. He's playing the guitar and he comes up to the microphone and the guitar is going. He says, "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me, let me play my guitar." And he goes and plays and he's like, "Okay, good evening." What was that? What the heck was that? He was out of control. He was not in his body. He was not in control. That guitar was driving him. Something deeper than his intellect, which was there to say good evening to the people, something was pushing him harder than that. He had to stop there. And Jim Morrison, same thing. He walked that stage like a lizard, right? With that silence. And he walked that stage and, "We got the guns, baby." And it's like out of the silence comes this thing. But I mean, if he was shouting all the time, it wouldn't have the effect. Not at all.
Yeah.
So deep in Africa is an experience that I've had that not many even white South Africans have had. So I don't think, and then the experience of apartheid, having such a deep experience of apartheid is something that can never go away.
Yeah, but because what you say, you as sometimes the only white people among black people, but did they trust you?
Amazing. I never felt afraid ever. You know, when I was there over Christmas and New Year. And I was the only white guy, I'm telling you, for about 500 miles, okay? And I would be playing sometimes, and sometimes I play and I watch them dance, you know, because when they get drunk and they dance, oh my, unbelievable. I mean, it's just, it looks like there's a snake that they're trying to get away from or something. It's just incredible. And if you sit there and you play your guitar to the dance, you can get phrases that you would never have thought of before. So I would sit there and play with these guys, you know, and suddenly I feel something and I'm like, what was that? And then I feel something again, I was like, what was that? And then I started noticing what they were doing is they'd come stand really close to me, and then when I wasn't looking, they would touch my skin. And then when I started noticing that, I was like, hey, you're welcome, you know, I mean, please, you're welcome to touch. And they would come and touch my skin. They come look at, you know, they'd take my hand and look at it, and it was beautiful, man, it was beautiful. I really love those guys, you know? And the sense of humor, and I never felt afraid. And the generosity of the women under apartheid, unbelievable. I mean, you know, they were poor. But they say, hey, Robbi, come, we'll make you dinner tonight. I'm like, hey, that's cool, I'll come visit you. You don't have to make me dinner. No, we make you dinner. I get there, hey, a good meal. You know what I mean? Potatoes, meat, or what they call pap, you know, which is millies, corn. Fantastic. Some of the best meals. I wish I could cook like that, you know? And I love cooking. You can't cook that food.
Okay.
You cannot.
But then again, after all these beautiful stories, there must be something in you that you want to go back.
I do. I'd love to go back. Yeah. I'd love to go back. I'm heartbroken by the crime that I hear about. You know, that was not the revolution. We did not fight for that. You know, I'm really upset that the Nigerians have moved in there and formed these gangs and stuff, you know, and that are taking jobs away from the local people. I'm very upset that about the AIDS that's going down there, you know, and the fact that M.O.A.B says you don't get AIDS from HIV. I'm very upset by that, you know. And so what I've done is I formed a foundation for, there's a woman in South Africa who one day met 2 or 3 kids that had the AIDS. You see, the men, they're not all of them, but there's a large majority of men who believe if they have sex with a virgin, you know, they get rid of the AIDS. And so she met some of these, 3 or 4 of these kids, and she took them in to her house. Then she had 40, so she had to make a room. And now she's got 200. And she's not getting a lot of support from the government down there, you know. And the kids are dying. There's not even any place. They're starting to bury them on top of each other. It's unbelievable, sad. And somebody told me, in fact, that in 18 years' time, there could be more white people in South Africa than black folk because of this AIDS, you know. Anyway, so because I felt some orphanages when I was a child. So we've made a foundation, and so now my motive is to make so much money that I can, so I can help these orphanages. This particular lady, to begin with, And so I want to get that up and running, and then hopefully through that I'll be able to come to South Africa soon, and not just have to go there, but I can carry on the work,
Yeah.
which I love,